All right. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. It's In the Room on the VOC Nation Radio Network, VOCNation.com. Brady Hicks here, and I am so excited to be back once again. It is truly the highlight of the week, and no, I haven't been hit in the head. I'm just excited. You know, it's always a good time to talk with all of you guys. As Bill DeMott would say, Kathy, it's a great time. What's going on, Kathy?
You got that laugh in really well done.
Also joining us, Papa Stro Maestro. How you doing, sir?
Oh, great to be here. I just had my Subway protein bowl and
Nice.
Gold Peak Diet Tea. Man, I'm ready to rock, man. I'm so blessed.
I saw you had a big old jug of the tea there going.
Oh, it's the best. I love it. Yeah.
Oh, you missed her tea.
Yeah. You want to know about my mama?
We don't have enough time. Also joining us, Maniac Matt Grimm. He's going to be protecting our holes tonight. What's going on, Matt? How you doing?
I've got to tell you, every time that has gotten brought up to me today, I have really had to struggle to control my laughter. Like, in front of people at work, like so they don't just see me laughing like a psychopath for no reason. Like, but it's that stupid, my whole scream in my head that I just can't stop hearing. It's the most incredible thing she's ever done in her career.
Now, granted, like, I don't do the same thing that you and Ray happen to do for a living, but is that a common topic of discussion, Ray? Protecting your hole?
I got to tell you, in the many, many years that I have done the job that Matt and I both do, the answer is no. That has absolutely never, under any circumstances, not even in casual conversation, come up.
I saw that, Matt, I saw that Mick Foley actually said it could be the new Austin 316. I do smell a T-shirt, if they're willing to go that route. Whether or not they actually do, probably, I'm going to guess they're not. But
why would they cut that out? Oh, my God. Why would they cut that out? It's the greatest thing ever. It's hilarious.
Yes, it is the greatest response to pain ever.
Well, that sounds like a hole didn't get protected.
Well, that was the one. Then there's this one.
I can't believe you screamed it, though.
I know.
The thing is, every single one of those screams sounds like a cat dying. Like when you're unfortunate. Yes. Like when you're unfortunate enough to see an animal get hit by a car, that's the sound you hear.
Or like a cat fight outside in the middle of the winter, you know?
Yes.
No, that's different.
That's Sasha Banks. That's not Nia. That's Sasha. 914-338-1885. Actually, this is the one. This is it right here. This is the. That's the special sauce right there. Thank you for
so ridiculous.
That was Matt who encouraged me to isolate that, by the way. And so in the words of Chip Kelly. In the words of Chip Kelly, we're going to go with that early and often, as they say. So 914-338. 1885. You know, it's funny. It is funny to me because wrestling for the last, I'm going to say, year has just been an absolute chore. Like an absolute like it for the first time in my life as a wrestling journalist, you know, it felt like work to watch wrestling. And last night was actually an enjoyable show for me. It was too long, but I enjoyed almost every angle that they did on the show. I actually thought it was a very good show from top to bottom. They focused on the wrestling. It wasn't too much with the vignettes, and I was on board with it. I really was, Ray.
I was too. You know, it's one of those things where you have to find a balance between giving time to get people into a spot where they can get over and they can develop as compelling people and compelling characters through the vignettes, and having them do the actual wrestling, which is, I'm going to say it's at least sort of important. And it was nice to see that pendulum swing back. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't, assuming they continue to progress from this point, we're going to look back at this juncture in this date and say that the show wasn't in and of itself anything special, but it was definitely refreshing to see. I wasn't necessarily a fan of everything they did. Well, that's different. That's a different feeling. That's not refreshing. That's more of a jolt, so to speak.
A DP, if you will.
Jesus.
that came from Charlie Caruso. That wasn't me. Oh God.
So
sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Just don't do it again. I'm with you. I liked it. Yeah, it was too long, but I mean, we've been coming on the show how many years now and saying Raw is too long, that a 90-minute Raw is really about what you want, and anything beyond that, based on what they have shown they are willing to do, you're just stretching it. But no, it was overall, I thought it was an enjoyable show. There's some things I didn't get. I didn't get why we needed Shane McMahon to return. I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't understand that, but like, if that's, I don't know, like, he's clearly not going to wrestle anymore. So, he can't get in the ring in that condition. He looks decrepit. So I guess as long as he's not like part of a match or something, I wouldn't have done it. But if that's your complaint, then
he'll be jumping off the Thunderdome.
Now, see, I still am sad that he did not do the coast to coast from Titan Towers to the next skyscraper. That would have been. Like, he just zip lines across and hits someone. That would have been been delightful. But we missed that opportunity. No, overall, I thought it was a nice show. I thought they actually did good jobs with some things that we were worried about last night. In particular, what they're going to do with Edge. I thought it was well handled, at least for how they're setting this up to build. And it again. You and I both keep saying this, so I'm sure we'll say it several more times. 3 hours a bit long, but it was a solid show, and if you managed to fast forward through some of it, you even felt like it was worth your investment.
Oh, sure. And you got to fast forward through a little bit of it for sure. Matt, I don't know how you felt about it. Obviously, you tend to be a little more critical of them than I am, which is fine. I mean, certainly everybody has their own opinion of it, but I felt like it did exactly what they needed to do in terms of setting up Elimination Chamber and kind of moving forward as we actually get into WrestleMania season.
Yeah, I mean, I think it did that. I still look. If I had my druthers, there would be no pay-per-view between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania at all, and you would just build it on Monday nights and Friday nights and leave it at that. And I also think I would also put WrestleMania back in March and get it out of April. But I like Elimination Chamber always feels like a weird pay-per-view to me because, I mean, I think the concept behind the match itself is fine. I don't have any issue with that. It's just like after the Royal Rumble, like, well, what's the motivation to even tease that somebody else is going to win the title in this Elimination Chamber match and derail or maybe they just see it as an emergency off-ramp if the WrestleMania main event isn't coming together the way they want it to. I just always thought that February is an odd place to put that match.
It is. I agree. I will say this. Where I thought Elimination Chamber worked well was when you needed to establish your main event for your other show. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So you've got a Royal Rumble winner, and obviously you've got it kind of formulaically programmed so that the winner is going to challenge the guy that he chooses to challenge, and the girl as well. And by doing an Elimination Chamber match for like a number one contender on the other one, that always made a little bit of sense to me. But otherwise, you're promoting a match that you're saying is so intense it can't even go on WrestleMania. So you're going to do it before WrestleMania. And like I kind of understand what you're saying as far as like Drew's going to defend that belt against 6 guys, and more on that in 1 second, because I definitely have some thoughts on that. But after he defends the belt against the top 6 challengers, in theory, where does he have to go for the biggest show of the year? So I do get that. Did you
guys see the little segment that Paul Heyman had with the Bianca Belair, where he talks about how Edge was copying her and ends up calling him a schmuck before he gets back to talking about Bianca?
I saw that. I saw that.
I did.
Great.
That was funny.
That was good. You know,
He put over Bianca.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
I tend to agree with Matt on this, that Elimination Chamber always seemed odd to me. And I think the reason that it seemed odd is, to me, Elimination Chamber isn't a pay-per-view, it's a match. And, you know, a couple of years ago, and I say a couple of years ago, you know, we're all getting old on this show now. So this might have been 4 or 5 years ago at this point. There was a 6-pack match at WrestleMania for the United States title. It was a fairly like loaded match, if I remember correctly. And to me, if you're willing to do that for a mid-card title at Mania, then Elimination Chamber can be a WrestleMania match. And if you're really hell-bent on it not being a WrestleMania match for whatever reason, you know, either you just really don't want it there because you think it might overshadow, you know, some one-on-one event, or you know, just logistically it just won't work. To me, Elimination Chamber, that's like a June pay-per-view, because that would kind of be like a nice intense thing between WrestleMania and then the doldrums we get until the build-up for SummerSlam.
Yeah, I could see that. Kathy, you want to hear my thoughts for what's actually going to happen at the Elimination Chamber? I know you do.
Sure.
How did I know?
Go ahead.
You know what? I saw that they set up. You're talking about the United States title. Stro, I think you're going to like this. I know Derek will if he comes on later. So you're talking about the United States title, and I noticed that they set up a triple threat match at Elimination Chamber. It's Matt Riddle and the Tracy Morgan guy. What's his name?
Keith Lee.
Keith Lee, thank you. Sorry about that. Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, and he looks like Tracy Morgan. And
oh my God,
Brady, they're gonna make you sell your PWI team.
And Bobby Lashley. And so, you know, I was thinking about it. Bobby Lashley should be included in that Elimination Chamber match. He's a former heavyweight champion. And you could make a case that he's had a better year than a lot of the guys that are in that match, which leads me to think, Kathy, they set it up as a triple threat so that either Riddle or Keith Lee could win the United States title. And on the same night, I think that Bobby Lashley is going to go in there and absolutely destroy Drew McIntyre after he retains the title. And I'm hoping to God that that's the WrestleMania match, the Bobby Lashley that we've gotten for the last 6 months against Drew McIntyre.
Yes. Hope so.
I know you're a fan,
yeah,
Stro.
I can see that happening.
That's what I'm hoping. What do I know, though?
That's a good matchup.
If they go with Edge, versus
Did I
Orton or like another deal, I'll be so upset. Oh God.
I really think they're going to do Edge and Roman. I do. I mean, it seems like that. They definitely set that up on SmackDown very well.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, they did, and that's not the worst thing that you could do. It's not. I mean, I'm with Stro. If they do Edge versus, insert guy that we have seen Edge go up against 1,000 times before.
Excuse me.
Please don't. Please do not do that. That would be bad. Don't.
The only thing that gets me, and I'm a stickler for details, Kathy. I mean, you know me. I absolutely love details. Yeah. So Edge said all along that he's chasing this belt that he never lost. That he wants this thing back that he never lost. Well, technically, that wasn't the Universal title.
Mm-hmm.
But then I guess by the same token, what he's talking about is the world title, and that's not around anymore. So I guess have at it. Forget the details.
SmackDown Championship.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
whatever it is.
I mean, what it is.
Yeah. The one that he beat Alberto Del Rio for.
Man,
remember that guy? Wonder what he's doing.
20 to life.
In jail?
Oh, man. So 914-338-1885. So, you know what? I am excited for WrestleMania season. It's coming up fast, and I think it's going to be good. I actually, like I said, I was a fan of what they did on Raw and SmackDown. I even liked that Edge made an appearance on NXT last week. I thought it was kind of cool. Neat little way to tie in the three brands, even the one that WWE thinks that no one cares about. They just kind of, it felt complete to me last week, and I thought that was a really cool thing. So I guess the key is, where do we go from here, And I certainly want to get all your thoughts on that. Again, 914-338-1885 is the number to call in. We're going to start out, oh God, I can hear you guys groaning already, but I love it. Let's go to Mike out in California. What's going on, brother? Let me get the what's going on, brother?
Hey, how's it going back there?
How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. I gotta say, I'm gonna tell you a funny joke or riddle. It's kind of corny, but it's funny. I heard it the other night. You know why they don't send donkeys to college?
Why?
Because nobody likes a smart ass.
Ain't that the truth? Yucca yucca.
I thought you were going to... I'm going to say congratulations to Britt Baker on beating Thunder Rosa. I didn't think she'd beat her.
With the Britt Baker beat.
I like Britt Baker.
Yeah, she's your favorite now, isn't she?
Yeah, she's doing great. And then
Ray's head's about
like
to explode.
Did you see the wedding? It was the wedding between Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford.
I did.
Mero, not Mark Mero, but Mero came in there.
Mero, yeah. Not Mark Mero.
Yeah, not Mark Mero, but Mero. Wasn't he Rusev?
Yes, he was. By the way, Matt, did you catch that he was wearing the same outfit that he got married in WWE?
Yeah, that was fun.
and they threw Penelope Ford through the same kind of cake. So it was great. Just all around amazing stuff. That's definitely, that's what I want to wear to my wedding, but Kelly says absolutely not.
Oh, man, I dig Penelope Ford. I saw a picture of her, man. She kind of reminds me of Cheryl Ladd when she was wearing that braid in her hair. I thought, man, she looked good.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like her? And she's from Philadelphia, right?
She is.
As far as I know.
She is.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
She is. When are you coming back out here, Mike?
Oh, I can't wait, man. California is almost like a prison state out here. Gas is
You're not going to like Pennsylvania then.
$5 a gallon?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're. It's like, oh man, it's weird. It's just like we have no freedom back here. You know, you guys don't have masks are kind of optional with a lot of you guys and stuff, especially in high school games. I've seen some college games and stuff. A lot of you guys don't have to wear masks while you're inside. And
that's news to me.
Yeah.
We have
That's news to me. I think you do.
It's really
It's not
crazy
like that
out
here.
there.
Yeah.
And
It's not like
You're looking for more like middle America, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, like cornfields is
Yeah.
where you want.
It's like
Yeah.
if you walk down the street, some old lady's going to call the police on you because, you don't have your mask on, sir. But, I forgot. It's crazy.
You know what I want to do,
But,
Mike? I want to get a mask and
yeah.
plug up my nostrils and my mouth.
There you go.
That way I'm not breathing.
There you go.
It'd be so much easier.
Well, I like the.
Don't do that.
I like
I'm only
the one
kidding.
video where this guy.
And don't put Gorilla
Well,
Glue in
this
your
one
hair
guy-
either while I'm thinking about it. Don't do that.
Did you see the video where this one guy walked into a service station or one of these stores, and instead of wearing a mask, he said, "I'm wearing my girlfriend's underwear." You know?
I did see that. Yeah. Did you see the one where the guy went to the? Did you see the one where the guy went to the supermarket and he just put a plastic bag over his head and tied it?
Oh
Yes.
no!
Oh, Mike.
No, but there was one where a guy walked in, one of the supermarkets in Los Angeles. This was when the pandemic first started, and they told him, "Sir, you need a mask right away." So he goes out and gets a sheet and puts a couple of holes in it. He said,
Oh, no. Oh, that ain't
He
right.
called the police. It was a KKK mask.
Excuse me, that ain't
I
right.
don't know, man. This guy.
The least you do is you
I
do like
know,
a
it was an
potato
old man. He
sack,
didn't-
you know, like in a horror movie. Like, you can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
Oh, man.
See, I
Yeah,
missed you, Mike.
I'm doing good
I don't know
out
about
here.
everybody else, but I
miss
missed
you guys, too. Well, last week I had trouble calling in.
Okay.
That was just one
Wildfires?
of those bad situations you have. And well, tonight's my dad's anniversary when he passed.
Oh, okay.
Every night on the 9th of each month.
I'll be praying for you.
I give a tribute to Dad, you know. So hey, Dad up there, we want to say hi at VOC Nation. But no, you got to honor you're supposed to honor your mom and your dad, you know, as long as you can. So I try and do that. Mel does a pretty good job and so forth. So
Yeah, I'll say so.
it's just weird. Mel's in South Carolina. I'm here. I'm stuck in California.
It is kind of strange.
And,
yeah. I think you ought to move out with Malcolm.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys would have a great time.
I don't know about there. I was stationed there in Mayport, Florida. I didn't really
Okay.
like that area. I would rather be up north where you guys are.
I got you, brother.
That's a cool state.
After the winter,
I,
not now. It sucks up here
Yeah,
now.
it's like I went to Connecticut with a friend when I was in the Navy. It was 1980, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Mike, let's go up to my house in Connecticut." We went up there, man. We had a great time. They had big houses. We had like a huge kegger party, and it was like, wow, it was the best party I've ever seen. Plus, girls galore. I'd never seen that many girls in a party in California. You know?
You're the man, Mike. It's great talking to you as always, brother.
I started drinking in the morning.
Uh-huh.
No, you're the man. Hey, I've been kicked off of Facebook, you know that, so I can't go back on because I'm a Trumper and they don't like it, you know. So I apologize about that.
Mm-hmm.
But and I voted for President Trump. I'm a Christian, and they consider me a communist, I guess. I don't know, but they said, Mike, your account's deactivated, you know. So if I get a hold of you, it'd have to be on an email. I'll shoot you an email.
Well, you have my email, right?
Yeah, I think I do. I'll try to shoot you an email tonight.
Please do, yeah, and we'll stay in touch
when I
that
get
way.
Back,
we got to get you on
when I get out of
Instagram.
here, I'm gonna
That's
watch
where all the
8
action
seconds.
is, Mike, on Instagram.
I'll try and get on there. I'll see if they'll
Yeah,
let me on there.
it's great, Mike. It's
And,
nothing but pictures. It's just people putting up pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm up till 3 or 4 in the morning just looking at all the pictures.
Oh, I'm looking at all the girls. I'm 60 years old. The guy said, Mike, how do you stay so sexually active at your age? I says, well, I said, a lot of guys like you need Viagra. I said, I just need ladies wrestling. And that keeps me going. And even this girl, she says, oh, I love it. She goes, are you single, Mike? And I says,
Yes, you are.
I said, yeah.
Mike, you into DP?
You're supposed to call me next week. I don't know how that's going to go. It's kind of weird. When you meet a girl who's in her 30s, 20s, late 20s or 30s, it's kind of like dating your daughter. You know, it's weird. You know?
Why am I picturing Mike
I don't know.
in that scene from Eurotrip chasing that girl on the beach? I don't know. I really don't.
I like it.
Mike, are you allowed within 50 feet of schools?
What do you mean?
See, there's a pause there. Define school. No. I'm kidding.
Oh, no. I wouldn't do that. Oh, no, that's
I know, brother. You're 18 and up, just like me.
Are you allowed within 50 feet of the women's prison?
I just have fun. I don't want to answer that.
Mike, are you a fan of Sasha Banks?
Yes.
Oh, I don't like her.
You don't like her?
Wow.
Oh, okay.
No,
all right.
I never have.
Little too proficient.
Brady, you know the girl. You know the girl we like, the best girl in WWE.
You got it, brother.
Alexa Bliss.
You got it, brother.
Until she's champion, I'm sorry. There's no other girl that stands up to her. No, I'm
Other than
come
Britt Baker.
on now. Come on now.
They got all this. They got all these. What they do, WWE. If Vince is listening, Vince, you better make Alexa champion again, because I'm not watching all this. They throw all these has-beens in there, like Asuka, these other girls. It's just crazy. I don't like it.
I know,
like
it is crazy.
Champion.
It is crazy.
And I don't like seeing her as a little girl. You know, it's stupid. It's a stupid thing they got.
But maybe because she is a little girl.
She should be the champion. Like,
she is a little girl.
No.
She's a little girl.
No.
She's small.
over 18.
SMO.
Compared to some of us, yeah.
She's tiny.
I really like AEW now, because on Tuesday night you can see 5 women's matches, and you
Nothing
can't
wrong with that.
WWE.
I'm just saying she's small.
Like,
you know what I mean?
See everything.
Mike, there's no way you make it through
But I
5 women's
like
matches.
Penelope. Who's that?
That was right.
No, I
Mike.
just have fun. Hey, you got to have fun, man.
That's what it's all about, brother.
If you don't have fun, you're headed for the grave, right?
I always say,
You
if
gotta
it
have fun
ain't
and
fun,
enjoy
then
this
it ain't worth it.
Right.
Mike, you say that like I haven't.
Oh my God.
You say that like I haven't been
It's like the
actively trying to get to the grave for
vaccination.
years.
All right, brother.
Man.
You're the man,
I
dude.
don't want to go. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to go to heaven yet.
No. No.
I'm gonna enjoy a little bit before I go.
You got
up
a little
there,
bit of purgatory in you. I can feel it, just like me.
I don't want to go to heaven or hell.
Oh, purgatory?
God,
No,
just-
there's no such thing. There's no such thing as purgatory. I don't.
I always
believe
say
in
that's
that.
what ghosts are,
but-
purgatory.
God, I hope I don't. I don't want to
Well,
go
I
to
guess
either
you
one.
can say that,
I
but
want to
don't
just
believe that. I
drift
know there's no
aimlessly in the
purgatory.
universe forever.
Yeah. Well,
Like
that's never going to happen.
All right.
Like Optimus Prime.
No, like Bender in that one
Like a
episode of
box- you don't know what we're
Futurama
gonna
where
do.
he's got the little piano and he sails through outer space.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
what I want.
All right, brother.
I like watching shows. I like watching
don't.
Land of Giants late in the night. That's pretty cool. Old show and everything.
All right.
But yeah, man, I just stay active and try and stay happy in this rotten world.
Was that the T-Rex on Land of the Lost?
No, that was Nia.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
You guys
Similar.
are too much, man.
Similar. Hey, brother, it was great to talk to you as always, man.
You too, brother. You
I love you,
take
Mike.
Care. Love you guys.
Take care of yourself. I'll email
All
you.
right.
Yeah, me too.
Bye-bye.
All right.
So that was Mike.
Oh my God, that was so creepy.
He's awesome. I want to say that's me in 20 years, Kathy, but it's probably me in 10.
He makes the Crypt Keeper look like Mr. Rogers.
Ray, I love what you said about the school zone. Oh my God.
There is no way if that dude has like a niece or a nephew, there is no way he's allowed to attend commencement.
No, he's not like that. No, he's a good Christian, man.
Dude, if he got kicked off Facebook, he did a lot more than just express like a political opinion.
And voted for Trump.
Yeah, you need to do more than that to actually get kicked off of that place.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he got kicked off. I'm guessing he
have a
didn't get
hunch.
kicked off. I'm guessing he just shut down his account.
No, here's what I think happened.
Oh no.
I think Mike started dating his daughter, so to speak.
What? No.
Oh,
He's
It's
only
like-
interested in Alexa. And if not
That's
Alexa,
like-
then Britt
It's
Baker.
like dating your daughter. God, stop calling.
Oh, boy.
Well-
914-338-1885. So we do love taking callers. And I plan to do that all night long. If you guys will indulge.
What we need to do, we need to lock him and Tora in a room together.
Why Tora?
Oh no.
Well, because Tora also calls the show to not really talk to us about anything in particular.
But why are you picking on her? Like 90% of our callers don't have anything to say.
Because I think that it would be a good mix. Like, because maybe Tora could explain to Mike that you're not supposed to say, it's like dating your daughter. And, 90% of the other stuff that comes out of his mouth.
oh well.
See, but like for me, I think Tora, and I know she talks on the phone with other callers. They actually have like this whole other like little network, for lack of a better term, Ray. I'm going to call it like a social network of their own, where they all interact with each other apart from the show. So I would love to be a fly on the wall, for example, for a phone conversation between Dustin and Tora, or between like Justin and Dustin. I think it would be amazing.
Wasn't there a show that had phone calls between Justin and Dustin?
There was, yeah. And in fact,
Oh
Justin,
yeah,
I believe
remember that? Yeah.
And I believe that Justin is the only person to go down to Dustin's parents down in Dustin, of course, lives in Orlando. But Justin went to visit Dustin at Dustin's parents a couple of years ago, if you remember. Well, you probably don't remember.
I'm
It was
so
something.
happy. I'm so happy that none of these people know where I live.
I love them all, though, and I really do. It's such a treat for me, Kathy, to be able to interact with all of them.
Dole bananas.
Brady,
what
you
a
know you
treat.
can get Sinister Minister to marry you and Kelly, right?
That would be amazing.
I love that.
That
oh
would
my
be
God,
amazing.
I so popped when I saw that.
He's an
like
ordained minister.
oh, I know, it would be amazing.
Yes.
The only guy who I would want more is Eric Bischoff with the 3-minute warning. Eric Bischoff,
Yeah.
I can't
Actually,
believe you wouldn't want Brother Love to marry you and Kelly.
That would truly be amazing. I would do that in a second, Brother Love. Not Bruce Pritchard. It's got to be Brother Love.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
In that moment, within your wedding, Bruce Pritchard cannot exist. It can only be Brother Love.
Yeah, Stro, actually, Bruce Word, our good friend, the voice of choice, the founder of the network, when he got married one of his times, I think it was the second or the third, I don't remember exactly. It might have even been the 5th. I'm not positive about that. He was actually friends with Howard Finkel, and he looked into having Howard Finkel booked as the announcer for his wedding. And that would have been amazing. I thought it was a great idea. Apparently,
funny.
That's why he's divorced, probably. But I thought it was a great idea.
I gotta tell you, I would have been all about that idea. Like that would have been amazing.
Either him or Mean Gene, getting some Tutti Frutti going.
Well, I think what you do, if you really want to go all out, I think you get so you get the Fink to do the announcement, and then you get Mean Gene as the DJ.
Yes. If Todd Pettingale's not available.
No, I think even if Todd Pettingale is available, I think Mean Gene, because Mean Gene would definitely be like interviewing people that put in requests.
Yeah.
No. Hey, what do you think about this wedding? Where's George the Animal Steel?
He's just going around with a microphone. I'm here with Great Aunt Connie.
Oh, jeez.
The display falls down.
Now, how do you feel about Hulk Hogan's upcoming World Heavyweight Championship defense?
No lie, Kathy. I was watching some WWE cap, and there was a guy talking, and I swear to God it was Todd Pettingale. I listened to him for 3 minutes without them showing his voice, and I was like, I can't believe they got Todd Pettingale. This is amazing. And then it flashes to him, Kathy, and it was like this weird-looking old guy that looked nothing like what I would have thought Todd Pettingale looked like. And I thought, wow, the years have not been good to him. But it was not him. I could have sworn it was going to be him. Like, it sounded so much like him. Like, I'll bet you he got hired just because he sounds like Todd Pettingale. It was funny. It was really funny. Stro, did you catch my story? I was saying that Voice of Choice tried to book Howard Finkel for his wedding.
Wow. Really?
Would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Stro says as he envisions
coming down the aisle.
Like as Stro envisions how this could possibly have ended in a broken marriage.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I got Howard one time to say kabuki, and I just popped because I've been wanting for years to hear him say kabuki. And when you said it, I just fell out. Oh my God, it was the best.
Kabukis.
Oh, jeez.
Kathy will tell you at the conventions, Ratboy used to hit on Finkel's girlfriend. He had like a significantly younger girlfriend than him, and like she got so mad at her one time because she let Ratboy climb on her back and she was carrying him around like a pet, like a pet monkey, And he got so mad he pulled her into the corner and he was like yelling at her and stuff. Kathy, you remember that? It was horrible.
Wow.
Yeah, I do.
Thankfully, he wasn't. I wasn't associated with VOC Nation at the time. Just Ratboy was. So.
I gotta tell you, I would not be thrilled if my girlfriend allowed Ratboy to come into contact with her in any way. Like
to mount her shoulders, you wouldn't be okay with that?
I would say that if they brushed hands in passing on an airport moving walkway.
Unclean.
That I would be unhappy.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And he's very, I mean, obviously you've never met him, but Kathy will tell you, he's a very in-your-face kind of person. He's not the kind of guy that just stands there and says hi. He's the kind of guy that gets in your face and says hi.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's good. It's good to have confidence. We always, you and I have done this show, God, more or less for a decade now, and we've always said, Ratboy needs confidence.
It's the one thing he lacks.
Yep. Brady,
remember that night we rolled at that restaurant and that girl, the waitress?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when he
went up and got the old futon bed from his house. Do you remember?
That's right. He said he was going to get her number, Ray, and none of us believed him. And then the next thing you know, he's tagging her in a Facebook post sitting on his stoop.
Yeah.
The waitress. Crazy. I've never picked up a waitress. What's wrong with me?
Well, you have to, Brady, here's the
Confidence. Confidence.
You have to, here's the thing, Brady. You have to be like very broken and alone on the inside to spend that much time in a restaurant or bar.
Yeah, I'm more hollow.
Yeah, it takes some. I'm more that's more my area. I'm damaged enough on the inside to be able to do that kind of thing. You're more hollow. You just need a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man to fill you up.
Oh, jeez.
That did not sound good
okay,
after
here
I
we
said
go.
it.
I was thinking more like a cheese and like mozzarella cheese and pepperoni man, you know,
Ooh.
something like that, or woman. I mean, woman, not man.
Hey,
you get what I'm saying.
You guys remember
What's going on, Granny? What's that?
Hello,
Ray?
everybody.
1 second, Granny. Sorry, go ahead, Ray.
Well, I was just saying, do you guys remember? Speaking of a pizza man, do you guys remember the talking face pizza from Pizza Hut in like the mid-90s? And he would like yell at you because you were going to bite his head because he was stuffed crust.
No. But I would have bitten his head.
Oh, who wouldn't have? But no, you guys don't remember that? It was all over the television.
No.
I mean, Stro, you wouldn't
sure
have seen
that?
it because you wouldn't have seen it because you were also on the television, busy living your life, and so you would not have necessarily.
Yeah, no, but I was watching
it.
everything back then. Yeah.
You were.
And I ate a lot of stuffed crust pizza. Like I'm pretty sure at some point that I was at 95% cholesterol at some point. Sorry. Anyway, what's going on, Granny? How you doing tonight? Sorry about Sunday. I'm sorry about the Chiefs.
It happens. It's I'm not a sore loser. I'm like I told everybody. I win or lose, I will always support my Kansas City Chiefs no matter what. So
yeah,
I mean they made it back to the Super Bowl, back to back. Unfortunately they had a lot of things working against them. Unfortunately,
I mean,
it happens, but
it does happen.
Time to focus on next season.
For anybody that is like gloating about Tom Brady and how great Tom Brady is right now, the only thing I have to say is swap the quarterbacks on those two teams for that game. And I think Tampa Bay is winning either way. I don't really think that Tom Brady is the reason why they won. Just my opinion. I think it came down to injuries and great defensive play. And penalties.
Yeah, well, they had a lot of injuries on their offensive line. I mean, Fisher was out. They had a couple, and I'm sure the
reminded me of the Eagles, Granny. Like that's how the Eagles looked all year. People are criticizing Carson Wentz because with his. Carson Wentz would take the snap and run back 40 yards too, except the difference was he would then get hit and lose the ball. I'm trying to read that right. I wish her. I got you. Okay.
I know. How you doing, Kathy?
Good, Granny.
You feeling better?
Oh yeah, the second vaccine just kicked my butt. The Moderna.
What do you have, like the shivers, Kathy?
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of things about the second vaccine. It's been making a lot of people sick. So I haven't even had a first one yet. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm even going to take it.
It all depends. I mean, there were 5 people in my office that got the shot. 4 were out sick. A couple people I know that had the Moderna are just like, a little achy. You just feel like you have the bug for like 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you had like headaches and chills and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it just means it's working. That's all.
Okay.
You doing okay, Matt?
Matt's actually gone, but Ray's here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's been Matt. Hi, Ray. How are you?
I'm delightful, Granny. How are you on this beautiful Tuesday evening?
Well, it's cold in Arkansas. No snow yet, but a little bit of freezing precipitation. How are you, Stro?
He's
Doing good, Granny.
Everybody's gone.
Doing good, Granny.
Yeah, we're here. We're here.
Yeah, doing good. Good to hear from you.
All good, good. In the hood.
Yeah, I'm getting ready for my state convention next week in Little Rock that I have to go to. I leave next Thursday for
a state
4 days,
convention?
So
like what states are going to be there?
Ready for that.
The Confederate.
Well, it's our state convention in Arkansas, in Little Rock, for the Arkansas Moose Association.
Is there a... No, I've never been to Arkansas. I was in Arkansas once. There's not a Big Rock, right? It's just Little Rock.
It's Little Rock is what it's called.
Yeah, there's not a Big Rock, I mean. That's...
Now, what about Pine Bluff?
No. Pine Bluff is near Little Rock.
All right.
Okay.
Pine Bluff is very close to Little Rock.
What about West Memphis? Is that near there?
There's a lot of crime. There's a lot of crime there in Pine Bluff.
Okay. I was in West Memphis once. Is it near there?
It's close. It's close to, like.
I was hanging out with Sid.
You're on Interstate 40. If you go Interstate 40 and you go to the right, you go in towards Little Rock, and if
Hold
you
on,
go
40, go to the right.
Memphis. So
Interstate
40.
40.
You
go to the right.
Left, you go towards Memphis.
No, I don't want to do. Yeah. Okay, I got you. Okay. It was really kind of poverty-stricken out there in West Memphis. I was really surprised.
Yeah, I've been through Memphis because when we went to Nashville for TCW back in 2013 when they opened for the Tennessee State Fair, we went through Memphis. So to go that
was
way
at the fairgrounds, right? Yeah. Yeah, West Memphis, it reminded me of the movie The Jerk. If you guys are familiar with that movie, Steve Martin, that's what it looked like. Yeah. So, I got to imagine Memphis isn't too happy that they're called West Memphis.
Well, I mean, you have Memphis, you have West Memphis. I mean, it's just all together there. I mean, West Memphis is probably like a little suburb of Memphis, so.
Yeah.
A little
kind of like Camden and Philadelphia.
Yeah, I was looking today on Facebook, and a lot of the weathermen were bringing this up as this memory popped up. You know how memories will pop up on your Facebook thing? And it was 10 years ago today that we had what they called the 412 snowstorm. I mean, we had 28 inches of snow fall in less than 4 hours 10 years ago on this date.
Wow. It's a lot of snow.
And we normally don't get that. We normally don't get that much snow because I was still working for Walmart then, and it was my day off, and they called me in to work because nobody could make it to work, so my husband had to take me to work in his pickup truck.
Okay.
Because I couldn't drive my car because the snow was so deep.
And it's too cold to walk, obviously.
So he took me to work he took me to work in his pickup truck, and I worked all night long, like into the next day. And
can you say you worked all night long, like Ric Flair would say? I worked all night long. Woo! Like that.
Well, no.
Get the energy.
Not that kind of work. I was working in the store, I mean, but it was
that kind of work.
It was 5 o'clock in the evening that I went to work, and I worked until like 2 o'clock the next afternoon before I got to come home. It was
Randy, what'd you do at Walmart?
I was a cashier for the most part. I mean, sometimes I would work the service desk or a cashier, or I'd help set modulars, or stock merchandise on the shelf when I wasn't busy, at the register. I would straighten up the shelves and stuff, straighten up the merchandise.
Were you ever a greeter? You seem like a greeter to me. Were you ever a greeter? You seem like you'd be a greeter.
I mean, at the Super Center, I door greeted sometimes when I worked at the Super Centers. But neighborhood market, you didn't have the door greeters. That was a smaller version of Walmart.
I got you.
Because I got to tell you a funny story. One time I was working at the Super Center, and the loss prevention guy came over and told me, he says, "No, there's going to be a guy coming with a window air conditioner. Don't ask to see his receipt," because they had been watching him because they knew he was trying to steal it.
Mm-hmm.
So he started out the door, and they stopped him, and the guy's fumbling like he's trying to find his receipt, and he takes off running, and the loss prevention guy hollered out to the cart pusher, "Stop him!" And one of our cart pushers, he was a real tall kid, and he had broken his arm, so he still had his cast on. He just held out his arm, and the guy ran right into Eric's cast on his arm and fell to the ground.
Wow. See, that's dedication, because for me as a bagger, I'd be like, no, like, what do I got? Why do I care if he steals the air conditioner? I'm still getting my $10 an hour.
Yeah, I got to tell you, if I was making, slightly above minimum wage at the Wally Mart, pushing carts, if anything, I'd be standing there going, "Run, Forrest, you get out." Just yes. If anything, I'm pulling for the guy who was stealing the air conditioner.
Like but I always pull for the underdog, Granny. Like the streaker at the Super Bowl, I was pulling for him to make that end zone.
Yeah, it was kind of ridiculous. I mean,
did you hear he put down a parlay bet, and that's why he did it?
I read a bunch of different things.
I don't know if it's true.
What he did, but he had to pay like
$1,000.
How much he had to pay?
But he made $750,000 is what I heard.
$2,000. I don't know. I've read different things about it, but
no. What they didn't explain is why he's wearing Pamela Anderson's bathing suit while he's doing it. They didn't explain that.
Well, that's just because he looks good.
I think the way I understood it from what I read on some things is, I think him wearing the pink thong was a bet that his buddy he dared him to wear it. I think that's where the pink thong came into play. His buddy dared him to wear it, and he put it on and started running down the field, and then they went to a commercial break. But I saw the video somewhere on Facebook, somewhere on the internet, where the cops actually knocked him down to the ground and drug him off the field. So,
well, good for them. Great talking to you, Granny.
Yeah, good talking to you all. You all have a good evening and be
safe.
And
love you, Granny. We'll talk to you real soon.
Love you all too.
Bye-bye.
All right.
That was Granny Hulkster. Listen, we're up against the commercial break. That's why that is the only reason that I let it go, right? Otherwise, I could sit and listen to it just all night. 914-338-1885. It's in the room on the VOC Nation Radio Network. We will be right back in a second. Well, several seconds. We'll be back.
There you go.
This is Matt Hardy, and you are listening to the VOC Nation.
Rock and Roll Union for the past 2 years has been the place for rock and roll, new rock and roll, debuting rock and roll, and some of the old classics as well. We have welcomed guests from around the world, national artists, and more. We have excited many people by our live events. We've welcomed everybody into the fold, and we continue to do so on a weekly basis. Guys, that is Rock and Roll Union, and that is what we do for you.
Saturdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, VOCNation.com.
Since 2012, HISC Talk Radio has been bringing you the best of independent wrestling and wrestling on the worldwide scale, with interviews and other segments now featuring the Wrestling Historian with Craig Ligon every Thursday night at 6 p.m. at VOCNation.com, or go to your Android or iPhone and type in VOC Nation Radio Network and subscribe to the greatest wrestling podcast network in the world. Listen to HIAC Wrestling Podcast today.
VOC Nation provides live daily streaming shows where fans have the ability to interact with the hosts and guests by phone call, email, and Twitter. VOC Nation hosts include the legendary Ken Resnick, who you probably remember from the AWA and WWE, former WCW performer The Maestro, Wes Brisco, who you probably remember from Impact, Brady Hicks, who you remember from Pro Wrestling Illustrated, former WWE and TNA star Shelly Martinez, and former Philly radio personality Bruce Wirt. What are you waiting for? Go listen live right now at VOCNation.com and subscribe to all of our podcasts by searching for VOC Nation Radio Network on your favorite podcast app. Oh, and follow them on Twitter too, at VOC Nation.
The worldwide leader in entertainment. This is the VOC Nation Radio Network.
914-338-1885. It's in the room on the VOC Nation Radio Network. And I thought I was playing free music. I think I inadvertently played Keith Lee's theme song, which probably is free music as well. That's why it sounds the way it does. It's great to be back with you guys and to be talking wrestling and all that other stuff. It is really exciting. It's my favorite time of the week, like all kidding aside. And of course, if you guys haven't heard, be sure to check us out on YouTube as well. Just search for the VOC Nation Radio Network. There's 2 shows being uploaded on there right now, and In the Room is one of them. The other one is Wrestling with History with Ken Resnick and Bill Apter, which is just chock full of old stories. But that's not what we're about, obviously. We're about having fun and talking with all the mutants, our good friends, of course, our loving callers. 914-338-1885. Our very own Muppet Show, if you will. Stro, what do you got going on this week, man?
Oh, man. Well, this Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, WCW Retro Podcast on VOCNation.com. The topic of discussion this Thursday night will be wrestlers who should have been world champion. So please tune in with Kid Time. And this Friday night, on my horror sci-fi show, The Stro Zone, at midnight Eastern Standard Time on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Stro the Maestro. This Friday night's feature will be The Thing from Another World from the 50s. So please tune in.
Another
I dated her
classic.
in college. Yeah, very good. Very good.
Now, Brady, did she have tentacles?
No, she was a girl. Oh, tentacles. Yes. Yeah.
Jesus.
914-338-1885.
You know
Kathy
what?
like that.
One day, Brady, it's just going to be me and Stro and Kathy hosting the show, and we're going to take no callers, and it's going to be really wholesome.
And what?
And that's just the way that it is, Mister. You know, that's the Holy Family behind me, and you're just making these ridiculous jokes.
Is that really the Holy Family?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was the Last Supper. 914-338-1885. So we have a lot of callers in the queue. Like I said, we're going to get to you guys in the order that you called. And we're also going to bring on Derek. Just saw he was there. What's going on, sir? How you doing tonight?
Not too bad. Doing pretty well.
Good. I was saying last night, I'm saying about last night, that I've been enjoying Raw. Like, at least last night, I really enjoyed Raw, I should say. It was the first show that I actually sat and watched without really having to fast forward anything, and I just kind of watched it, and I enjoyed the whole thing. There was nothing that seemed out of place to me, Derek. The only thing that struck me as weird, which I'll get into in a second, was, well, I guess I'm getting into it now. Bobby Lashley not being included in the Elimination Chamber match itself. Just being a former heavyweight champion and everything. It just struck me as like a slap in the face. But then I was thinking about it, and it makes a lot of sense to me if they book that United States triple threat match, that he's going to lose that title without being pinned, and he's going to take out McIntyre at the end of that match. That's what I'm hoping anyway, and that's the WrestleMania match for Raw.
I think we said this last week. He's the only guy who's been booked to look like a threat.
Right.
to Drew McIntyre.
Either him or Randy Orton, that's it.
Yeah, and last night, and I, you know what, Raw it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible, and I think that's because it seemed like everything on the show had a reason for being, you know, on the show. Even like the Lana stuff, like, it might not have been the best stuff in the world, but it told a story, and we go, okay, I get it. I can understand where they're going with this stuff. Didn't really want to talk about Sister Nia. Nia, if you need help, call me. But yeah. So and it's funny because Lashley's been back for 3 years now, and it seems like they've just figured out how to use Lashley after all this time of him being there, and it's not really. I know. Have him go out there and beat the crap out of everybody.
I haven't liked Lashley this much since he was feuding with Braun Strowman that year.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And that was a while ago
it's
now.
Like, yeah. That was when Heyman was still in charge, right?
Yeah, I think so. It might have even been before that. It was back when Strowman was teaming with Nicholas. So.
That's right, Nicholas.
Oh, man. So 914-338-1885. I definitely want to get people's opinions of that. But last week's WWE programming all around, in my opinion, I thought they did a nice job with it. I really did. I liked that Edge was on all three shows. You know, he had a talk with each of the champions, including NXT, which is usually treated like the redheaded stepchild. So I thought that was really cool. And I liked that they really invested a lot of time kind of setting up Roman Reigns and Edge, even though, like, before that match, there really wasn't a whole lot of, before that confrontation, there wasn't really a whole lot of reason to kind of have that match.
Yeah. And I like that Roman, I think I've said this before, he might be the best heel in all of wrestling because he does old school heel stuff. So, like, he's telling Paul, tell Edge to come out here and acknowledge me and say I'm the main event, blah, blah, blah. And he's talking very calm. And he's been talking calm since he came back. And he raised his voice just a little bit. And Paul Heyman jumps like his father's calling him, you know, like he's a kid and his dad is yelling at him. It's little heel stuff like that I like. He's not trying too hard to do a heel, and it's working.
What did you think of the stuff that Paul Heyman had to say about Bianca Belair, which was very out of character?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was. And I was listening to the New Day podcast, I believe, because they have one too now. And they were talking about how when Bianca won, everybody in the locker room like stood up and applauded her.
That's cool.
It seems like everybody likes her. It seems like she's well liked by everybody. And what Heyman said was like you said, it was out of character for him. But you could tell he was speaking the truth. And I'm glad she's getting that push and she has all that support. And I feel like they should do the same thing with Rhea Ripley, but put her on Raw and have her be the new fresh face on Raw, because you're going to need these youngsters coming up, because, you know, Becky and Charlotte, they're not getting any younger. You're going to need new faces in that division.
I'll throw this out to all you guys. Do you think, because I was kind of thinking that this week, do you think that there's a chance that Bianca Belair could be closing in on Becky Lynch territory in terms of, like, the way the fans perceive her?
Yes, I do, and I think that WWE is and should be welcome to that, because I think there's also the very real perspective that Becky Lynch decides she doesn't want to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's hard to say.
I was thinking that too. Having a baby, you know, maybe now it's okay because they're just traveling to Tampa, but, like, having a baby where both parents are professional wrestlers, I'd imagine once they start touring again or traveling the world, Becky might look and be like, you know what, I did the Ronda stuff, double champion, main event at WrestleMania. Even if she wants to wrestle, maybe she thinks, I don't want to do this full time anymore. It
ain't getting better.
You know,
yeah.
It's time for me to be a mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could see her just going, you know what, let me ease up on this.
Yeah, I can too. Because the thing is, you know, there was a couple years ago. There was I was sitting around with some other people, and we had someone who was on maternity leave, and we were sitting around wondering if she was going to come back. And I said, she's stupid if she comes back, because her husband made more money than God, and I was just like, I don't understand why she would want to come back instead of doing this job. And there was only one other woman in the room, and I looked at her and I asked, just point blank, I said, if you had a baby, would you come back? And this woman didn't even want kids. And her immediate answer was absolutely not. Like, being a mother fundamentally changes you and who you are. And like I mean, I don't know Becky Lynch. Maybe she's just a different breed of cat. But I gotta tell you, I would say smart money is on her becoming a part-timer at this point.
Probably. Stro, what do you think? Bianca Belair coming out? You think she's got the potential to be the next Becky Lynch?
Oh, then some. Oh my God, she's the future of WWE, hands down. I mean, she's like the complete
I think
package.
so too.
She's the complete package. She's great promo, very athletic, very strong woman, and I mean, she's everything you want in a women's superstar. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I know Vince has,
Go ahead.
I know Vince has a tendency to mess things up, but if he messes up Bianca Belair, they should just vote him off the ship.
Well, it's interesting because I feel like he's doing less. Like, I feel like Vince is having less and less. I really do. Maybe that's just the way I perceive it, but I heard he missed the Royal Rumble, and he hasn't looked good the last couple times he's there. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I feel like he's just starting to do more and more from afar. And that'll just turn into, like, doing less and less from afar as time goes on.
And I think it should be noted, like, I think his brother died 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You know, he lost Pat Patterson, who was close to him. And I remember my grandfather told me, once you get a certain age and your peers around you start passing away, you start looking at life differently. You know, you start thinking about your own mortality. And I can't imagine Vince just thinks, I just want to be doing this to the day I stop breathing. You know, I can't imagine he's thinking that. He's a grandpa now. I would like to think he wants to start doing other things outside of just being Mr. McMahon every Monday and Friday night.
Well, if you notice, like, everything he's done for the last 20 years has been aimed at, like, positioning WWE to where it can run without him someday, you know? From, like, taking it public to, like, trying to start the XFL twice to, like, you know, using his daughter and his son and his son-in-law for so much to, like, you know, the writing teams, just everything. It's like he's gradually been, like, preparing for this for a while now to where he doesn't have to be a part of it if he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. It is interesting. The other thing I was going to say is that we saw a dynamic tag team really get over on SmackDown this week. And I got to think that I got to hope that Vince stays away from it. Bianca Belair's parents are probably one of the most over acts on SmackDown right now. Him dancing on the coffee table and falling over the back of the sofa, and amazing, just amazing stuff. I love when they incorporate, like, real into it. You know, it really kind of drills it home for me. So.
It does give it it gives it a quality that you don't get a lot on either show, and that you don't get a lot because you can't create it. It has to happen naturally and because of what you do, but outside of what you do.
Absolutely. Let's go to the phones. We're going to go to 843, which I think is South Carolina. I believe it's Malcolm. What's going on, dude? How you doing tonight?
Oh, I was listening to Ricky Nelson. There's a guy I wish I could have met. I met Frankie Avalon, and we got to sing Venus, one verse, and Frankie was so cool. I got to sing with Eileen Woods. We sang So This Is Love at a show back in 2001, and we were in North Hollywood at, what was it, the Beverly Garland Hotel. Beverly Garland was a famous actor. She was in a series called
Wizard of Oz, right? Beverly Garland?
No, it was called Decoy. Beverly Garland was the mother of Amanda King on The Scarecrow and Mrs. King, and she was also the wife of Steve Douglas.
All right, I got you.
And she was. I've got this real cool picture with Beverly Garland and the one that played Robbie's wife on My Three Sons, Tina Cole. Tina Cole's so nice to me. I mean, I met her like 3 or 4 times, and she's always nice to me. And you know, I was thinking, God, I wish I could have met Ricky Nelson, because I don't know how I'd sound with him, but I was playing Garden Party, and I just love that song. I don't know. You tell me if I'm any good, because Paul McCartney, I got to sing with him, and Paul told me how to think about becoming a singer back in '83.
You're a good crooner? You sing a lot, Malcolm?
Well, this is how it goes. The song goes, I went to a garden party to reminisce with my old friends.
Country
Chance to share old memories, playing songs again. I just would love to sing that with Ricky. I think it'd be so cool if I could have sang it with him. It was a song about Ricky was a teenage idol on The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet for like 14 seasons. And then in the late 60s, he did a concert as a teen idol again in the late 60s in New York somewhere. And Ricky's song, it was a disaster, so he wrote, he had this band, the Stone Canyon Band. I got it mixed up in '83. I thought it was a Stone City band with Rick James, but it was Ricky Nelson and the Stone Canyon Band. Like the guy at the record store was laughing. He's like, "No, Ricky Nelson doesn't sing with the Stone City Band. That's Rick James." I'm like, "Okay."
Rick James.
Yeah,
Rick James, B word.
Ricky.
B word.
We're rated PG.
Yeah, it was so cool, Brady. If I could have met Ricky Nelson, like it's so cool. I get to sing with Paul McCartney. I still can't believe that. I mean, how many people can say that?
You got to meet Paul McCartney?
I got to sing with him. Take it away.
Did you really?
It goes something like this.
How soon before the security drug you off the stage?
Wanna hear you play till the lights go down. And Paul was right next to Paul. I was right next to Paul, and Paul swore there was nobody next to him while I was singing next to him. And I got this applause from all these people in this pub in Liverpool. It was just something else.
Okay.
And I did one thing wrong, Brady. I left my film and my camera. I didn't have a digital camera, a 35-millimeter camera.
Oh, no.
I had like 40 or 50 cool pictures with Paul and Linda. Linda gave me a hug, you know, and
wow.
Denny Lane remembered it.
I sang with all 4 of them once.
On Hollywood show.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute.
I sang with all 4. That was a Beatles rock band.
Derek, he thought we were ordering something at the pub because it was late. British time was about between 5 and 6 o'clock. And
it was time for tea.
And
tea and crumpets.
Yeah, Master Sergeant McDonald. He told me that it's time.
Masterson McDonald?
You've been out all day. Master Sergeant McDonald. He went to Penn State.
Is he related to Derek?
Joe Paterno.
I think so.
No, he's not related to you, Derek.
Okay.
He was Irish, and he was stationed in Britain.
Derek's
bogged in for 2
Irish?
Derek?
I'm Irish. My last name's McDonald.
Yeah, Derek. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Derek. I apologize.
His middle name is O?
Yeah.
I don't have to talk. Only Irish I know is Irish Spring soap.
My last name is Hicks, and I'm Irish.
You're Irish too, Brittany?
Yeah,
I'm Irish and Italian.
Yeah, I'm Irish also.
Yeah.
You are too, Papa Stro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kathy O. Fitzpatrick.
Well,
we're all Irish.
I just, I didn't watch. No offense, Derek.
Ray McBogus.
And guys, no offense, Derek and guys, but I didn't watch the Stupid Bowl on Sunday. I watched the good Super Bowl. I watched the Super Bowl 23, Joe Montana to John Taylor.
Oh, that's a good
Miami.
one. I would watch that one instead.
Yeah.
Now,
That's
who
a
won
goat
this
right
time?
there. Joe Montana. It's a goat.
Yeah, at 16. Montana, everybody thought Montana was going to go to Rice. He went to Taylor. Just blew everybody out. Yeah, I could do Taylor and Mike Wilson, 249. John Taylor says, I don't care if you're a Raider fan. Malcolm, I like you, man. John Montana likes me. Jerry Rice loves me. I mean, maybe I should have been a 49er fan when the Raiders moved to L.A. Like a joke.
Yeah.
I read Roger Craig and Ronnie Watt, because if you look at, look at the Raiders, since they lost Super Bowl 37 to Tampa Bay, 42-21, they haven't had that many wins. But you got to admire. You got to admire me, Brady, because I used to go to almost every game. Even
that's why I admire you, brother.
Right?
Yeah. I'll never forget. These guys won't remember it, Malcolm, but I remember tuning into Monday Night Football and seeing you in the crowd.
Was that a Dallas Cowboy game in preseason?
I don't remember. It was a Monday Night Football game, though. I have the screenshot somewhere.
Well, what's funny about that is Tony Romo was quarterback in Cowboys. And he just broke up with Jessica Simpson.
Yeah.
And we were going, Jessica, and he's getting all nervous.
I'm still doing that.
I'm
going
to
look her up on Instagram later.
This is like sitting through a meeting.
A really fun meeting, though.
Sorry. But I got a call from, there's a young lady, she's going to, she's a girlfriend of Jack.
She sounds hot.
Scotty Ringer from Las
Okay.
Vegas.
All right.
Jackpot. He used to wrestle. He wrestles in Las Vegas and L.A. Well, Jackpot,
his name is Jackpot?
He said he's going to...
Jackpot.
Jackpot.
Jackpot. What happened when people found out his name was Jackpot was, right? They'd look at him, people would look at him and say, "That's rich."
I'd imagine he's golden wherever he goes.
That's as funny as nobody likes the smart ass. It's right up there. I got to tell you, Brady, I'm really impressed the way Mike, when he first started about, like the summer of 2017, he had him on the show.
Yeah.
And he was like, he couldn't say anything. I mean, you got to admit, Mike is like right at home with the microphone. When he's on
he's
there.
Come out of his shell, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like really proud of him. But I was in Target today, and if a guy from Victoria, Texas is listening, he's a good friend of mine. How about me? A stunning Steve Austin action figure with a world television title belt. And then the bottom line, your mama is Stone Cold said so.
I missed his thing with Brett Favre. Now I got to go back and watch that. He just did the interview with Brett Favre.
I mean, you know what, Brady? If you're a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan, you had a good time.
I'm not.
The other people, there's 4 hours you're not going to get back, man. And as Tennessee Cowboy James Crum would say, sorry about your damn luck.
Mike, it was so painful to me as an Eagles fan. If you can indulge me for a second, not Mike, Malcolm. It was so painful to me as an Eagles fan. I'm hoping you can indulge me because they were missing 2 offensive linemen that were absolutely key. The left tackle, so you're not indulging me.
And I'm the madness,
He didn't indulge me. Watching Mahomes try to play without a left tackle and a right tackle against that defense, that was every game this season with Carson Wentz. And people are going to chase him out of town, and it's horrible. Because there ain't anybody that's going to play better when you don't have an offensive line.
No, you're running with those people who are chasing him out of town through Mr. I want Nick Foles back. You're part of the mob, too.
No, I'm not. I want Wentz. I like him better than RG3 Jr. that's going to start playing.
Oh, stop calling Jalen Hurts, man. How dare you?
Listen, he's gotten worse every single week.
He is going to get hurt.
About watching that game Sunday.
Yeah, that's why we need Foles in that trade.
most of your Super Bowl games are blowouts. You know, a team gets blown out by 20, 30 points, you know, like, yeah. So I put the 49er game on YouTube. I was having a better time. It's been so long since I watched that game. I was up here yelling, and it was a recorded game, and I felt like it was a real game going on, you know? You know.
Hit him, Joe.
And Adam's downstairs, and like, I heard you, Mel. But you know what, Brady? I've got a talent that nobody knows I have. I cook dinner.
It's not dirty, is it?
Every night.
Okay.
I mean, you give me my Foreman grill, my George Foreman grill, man, I get creative.
Okay.
I'm like,
on the grill?
If you're down here, you want me to make you dinner, let me know. Brady, if you're down here, you want me to cook something up on the
Oh, brother, you got it.
Potatoes and veggies.
You love to cook, and I love to eat. It'll be amazing. Malcolm, did you ever think about having like 10 kids and naming them all Malcolm like George Foreman did?
No, but Cliff Branch, the Oakland Raider receiver, you tell me, you know, Malcolm, someday I want to see a little Malcolm. I want to see about you get.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really.
Call him MJ.
Brady, I don't watch wrestling, and I want to see this to my man, the Dominator, the Walking Armageddon, Bobby Lashley. Bobby, I remember when you signed my Raider card for me, you and Matt.
He did. He did sign his car. Malcolm used to have a car, and he let everybody sign it.
Well, it's still here with me, but the stickers have faded off of it.
Malcolm, I'll never forget you saying that blue was your second favorite color after black and silver.
Well, it's because I love Batman. I love Batman. I told Hulk Hogan I had the record album, and I said if I was going to pick anybody to replace Adam West.
I got a Hulk Hogan thing after this. Go ahead.
And I asked Hulk to sign it was a 1966 Batman record soundtrack album by 20th Century Fox.
Yeah.
And Hulk says, I'd be honored, brother. And he just signs it for me. And then Eric Bischoff and Scott Hall and Kevin Nash signed it for me. And Jimmy Hart signed it too. You know, it's like really
he had to be there. Hulk was there. Of course he was there.
Well, you know,
Jimmy's got to eat.
You know, I love all the wrestlers, and you know what, Brady? I know all these guys that round up over the female wrestlers.
What you gonna do when Malcolmania runs wild on you, brother?
All right, Malcolm. I got to rein this in. Malcolm, brother.
Brady,
go ahead.
I want to tell you real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't watch wrestling for the dating game. I watch wrestling for competition, man, and I don't even hardly watch.
I watch it for the dating
matches.
game.
I watch Piper and Hogan and Flair and Steve Austin and The Rock.
And Alexa Bliss. Yeah, I got you.
What is cooking? You know, I can't wait for my picture with Dwayne Johnson, man. I know it's going to happen. You know.
Are you going to watch Young Rock when it comes out?
Oh yeah, I already got it. I already got it marked. I can't help it. I like the way he presents himself. When I get to meet him, I'm going to tell Dwayne Johnson. I like when you're on that '70s show and you and Ken Shamrock had those afros. Rocky Johnson never had his hair that. Rocky Johnson, his dad, he never wore an afro, and he was doing an impression of his dad. And Rocky Johnson never wore an afro. It was like short.
Sounds like the zoo. Sounds like the zoo.
I mean, I met Rocky 3 times. You know what, Brady? I watched 2 of my original wrestling heroes last year. My original Hulkamaniac, Pat Patterson, and I watched the Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. I told him I never got to go to a live match when I was a kid because my dad wouldn't take me. But man, when I got to see Rocky out there, I'm watching when they rammed your head into the steel post, and Rocky's looking
Here
at
comes
the
Kane.
He's just going crazy like I do, you know.
You're the man, Malcolm.
But you know, Brady, I'm sorry, man. I just, you know, the Raiders, they're just not there anymore. You know, they're in Las Vegas, and I have 2 seats there, and
right.
I got them for my friends because Tommy Dreamer wants to go to the game. Rock Van Dam, Greg Valley.
I'm done with football for now. I'm on. I moved on.
Me too, yeah, it's over.
Yeah, you know,
I hate baseball, and I still moved on.
Yeah, and David Arquette, you know, he's buying so much stuff. I told Dave, you know, the first 4 games you go to, you can use the 2 seats for nothing.
I've never heard this.
Yeah.
Me neither.
And you know what, Brady?
Oh, boy.
I'm a soldier, man. I'm not a wrestler. I've told a lot of wrestlers this. I told Sting this. I am not a wrestler. Never had any experience. I want to start acting. I want to do acting when the school's open. Oh, God, Brady. When the school's
I'd
open,
like to do a radio show.
I'm going to tell the drama instructor or the teacher in the acting
I did not know the song was this long.
I can care less about that other garbage.
Very
so
funny.
many actors.
Brady, why are we on this show?
And I want to shot at Shakespeare.
Right? Yeah.
We ought to have him, like, close out the show every week.
Pretty much.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Malcolm, you're the man, brother.
Yeah, you know, I'll be back next week.
Good. I missed you.
Same that time. Same that channel.
I'll see you, brother. Much love. You know, all seriousness, and I can't get the Hook song to stop playing because it's already off the screen. So we're going to have to endure that. So WWE does an amazing job with the Black Lives Matter, the Black History Month, all that, you know, honoring Martin Luther King. They always do it. The packet, you know where I'm going? Because I observed this on my own, and then I saw like 8 people complain about it after the fact. So they do a whole Black History Month thing, and it was beautiful, and then they come back, and this is on SmackDown, and they come back, and it's Hulk Hogan talking about getting screwed out of the title 35 years ago, or whatever it was.
It was hilarious. My son was watching SmackDown, and my wife goes, that's interesting, and I came and Hulk Hogan was talking, and I was like, what, Hulk Hogan? She goes, they just ran a Black History Month montage, and now Hulk Hogan's on the screen talking about Andre the Giant. She said, Andre that's Tony Death? I mean, they don't
That's sincere right there.
The only thing that could have made it better is if in between the Black History Month and the Hulk Hogan lead-in was like the last commercial. You know how usually the last commercial is related to a WWE product or event?
Yeah.
The only thing that could have made it better is if in between those 2 things was the announcement of a new Junkyard Dog DVD collection.
Grab some tape.
Amazing.
Talking about Hulk Hogan.
Brady, how long is this song? Is it as long as Malcolm's Call?
I've never played it this long. I hope it's not the rest of the show.
I've been going back.
You know what I can do? Hold on. I know what I can do. Sorry, hold on 1 second. Hold on. I just figured out how I can get it to shut up.
It became a whole different song after a while.
All right, there we go. Sorry.
Yeah. Thank you, Crows.
It was a whole different. I was it's funny you brought up Hulk Hogan because I've been like going back and watching like old WrestleManias when I'm bored, and I was watching WrestleMania 9, and I had completely forgot that leading up to Yokozuna Hulk Hogan, like right before the match, Yokozuna Bret, Hulk Hogan calls Bret Hart a little Hulkamaniac. I'm like, if that's not the most disrespectful thing you could say to the world.
I love that. That's funny.
Oh,
a little Hulkamaniac.
Little Hulkamaniac. I was like, holy crap.
Oh, jeez.
Did you watch you did watch the Yokozuna documentary, right?
I did.
I loved how they totally avoided the discussion of what really happened with Hulk Hogan, and the title, and like when he beat Yoko, and then he didn't want to lose it back to Brett, and like they had like a 3-month argument basically, and then he just dropped it back to Yokozuna and left, and they just glossed over the whole thing. Like Hulk was like, the plan all along was for Hulk to drop the title back to Yokozuna to make him a star.
And the best part was they had Roman Reigns, right? And Roman goes, Yoko wins the title. We're all excited. And then he goes, and then he makes this face like he's disgusted. They just
he just shakes his head.
He can say anything about
I just remember. Hulk comes in all concerned for Brett, and Brett just starts pointing at the ring like, go, win my title.
Go.
Win my title.
I am just the little Hulkamaniac.
I'm the little Hulkamaniac.
Oh, man.
I was like, what
little Hulkamaniac.
That's Hulk Hogan, man.
Oh, wow.
He wonders why nobody likes him in the locker room. Holy
Hulk is like, by my recollection, that's what happened. I love it.
So we can do good business, brother. Yeah. Holy smokes. Hulk Hogan, bro.
Just see Brett, he's like, go! Get him!
Oh.
Get him, Big Hulk!
And then he's posing with the belt, not even worried about his friend anymore.
The only way it would have been funnier is if he was holding Brett up and he let him go and let him fall just to run in the ring and win the belt.
I'll be right back.
With half his face black and blue. Never explained why.
Hulk Hogan. He even had a black eye.
Yeah. Supposedly because of Savage. I don't think they ever said officially what it was.
You know, people make fun of the new generation, but there was some great stuff in there. It's some funny stuff. And that's the new generation thing they had.
Yeah, like if they had better talent, like I wish we could take the writers from the new generation with the talent that they have today. Because it would have been amazing.
Yeah.
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 I mean,
they were onto the right
Bob
idea.
Backlund has one of the most, Bob Backlund has one of the most underrated heel turns in like wrestling history. Like that.
Oh, dude, that year,
Mr. Backlund.
that chicken wing was so over. Like we were all doing that in high school. We're attacking each other and putting each other in the chicken wing.
Oh, and it hurts too, boy.
It does. It does. I was partial to the Craig Pittman. I would do the arm bar. That's before I knew I could break someone's arm doing it.
Even Bret Hart put Will Sasso in the chicken wing. Remember that on the Mad TV special?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You know,
amazing stuff.
Tell you, I was listening to Jim Cornette's show. I think it was last week, and they were talking about a rib that Stan Lane played on him, and you were there, where he was asleep on the plane, and they took like a porno mag and they put it in his lap to make it seem like he fell asleep reading the porno mag. And older women were walking by and like staring at him. Imagine him as he was walking by.
Oh man,
I thought that was funny. Good old Jim Cornette.
Oh man.
Let's go to Jesse. It's been a long time, Jesse. How you doing, brother?
Hey, it's been a long time, guys. You know how this virus is going.
Which virus? Which one?
The coronavirus. You know how it is.
Now,
I thought you meant HIV.
Yeah.
I heard. No, well, maybe I don't know how. Jesse, how's HIV going?
I
shouldn't laugh at that. I'm sorry. Sorry, Jesse. I'm just playing.
I know you.
Magic Johnson found a cure for it, so it's okay.
It's all right, Brady. If you need some help, I'll give you some hands.
I know how much you want Bobby Lashley to go after the WWE Championship, but let's just say that Keith Lee screws. What's that guy's name?
Tracy Morgan?
Riddle.
Oh.
What?
I think Keith Lee looks like Tracy Morgan.
I'm gonna get you pregnant.
Let's say Keith Lee joins up with MVP, Shelton Benjamin. And
the other guy. Yeah.
You want Keith Lee to join the Hurt Business? Okay.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of like going public.
Come on, man. That would be interesting. What? Tell me something that Keith Lee's done that's really interesting since he came up to the main roster.
Well, he took
that skirt off, thank God.
I like his theme music.
Yeah.
But something different would be good for him. But I don't think Edge is going after the Universal Championship. I think he's going after the NXT Championship.
You sound like Ratboy. Why would he go after the NXT title?
Because he looked right at Finn Balor and he went, I never won that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think he wants it.
Well, what happens? We could use that argument. What happens if he decides to challenge Sasha Banks? He never won that title.
Oh, God.
Listen, they say any championship of your choosing.
That's true. That is true.
And he would have a great match with Sasha Banks, by the way.
I think.
I have no doubt it would be great. It probably would be great.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say I think whoever holds the briefcase should challenge for the $1 million belt.
Yes.
Sasha seems to agree. She seems to agree.
Show up to Ted DiBiase's house, knocking on his door and cash in. Like, what up, $1 million man?
All you got to do is get it from Virgil.
Okay, I got to...
Go ahead.
All right. Say if The Miz wins the... he's not going to, but let's say if he did win the WWE Championship in the Elimination Chamber, would he still be Mr. Money in the Bank?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he can keep that as insurance.
So
yeah, he can keep that. I love... Jesse, can I say that I love your premise? Where you call into a show and then say, hey, I know that this scenario isn't going to happen, but posit that this will happen.
Well, I mean, I think it's important to poke holes in their stories. I do. I think he can hold on to that briefcase until June. Maybe even until like the summer, because he technically won it in the summer in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Well, you say any championship, right? I mean, hasn't he ever thought about 24/7 R-Truth? Maybe Edge could challenge R-Truth.
That would be great.
Speaking of the Miz and R-Truth, does anybody else think it's hilarious that Shaq has a match on AEW in a couple weeks, yet during his flag football game over Super Bowl weekend, the only wrestlers there were the Miz and Drew McIntyre?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I thought that. That is funny. I think it's funny. I think it's funny that AEW is using like guys that WWE has used in the past, like Shaquille O'Neal and Snoop Dogg, who, by the way, great job in the Puppy Bowl. If you guys missed the Puppy Bowl, check that out. Snoop Dogg hosted it with Martha Stewart. It was the best thing that Snoop Dogg has done all year, and I'm not even exaggerating.
I love the Puppy Bowl. I love the Puppy Bowl, man.
So he's great. Snoop Dogg was introducing all his little dogs. It was great.
That's awesome.
He had his own team. But, meanwhile, WWE is actually using and I think the name is stupid. I think the guy is stupid, but I'm not a kid. I'm not who they're trying to get to look at their product by bringing on, is it C Bunny or B Bunny? Well, Bad Bunny, right?
Bad
or Good
Bunny.
Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny. Like, I understand that he's the top 4 in merchandise for them. Bad Bunny.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
And Roman is 5th.
Show, Brady.
What?
But Raw got a really bad rating this week.
I don't think they care about ratings, though.
Yeah, it's not a rating. I mean, they just sold the network for $1 billion. I don't think Vince was like.
Yeah. How's that going to work, by the way?
Probably.
What do you mean?
You'll probably log on and then watch the content for which you are subscribed. I don't know.
My understanding is they're going to take your WWE Network subscription and convert it to a Peacock subscription when the time comes. So you will log on to the P and the cock, and that is how you will get on. And then
don't put that over. Don't laugh at that.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, YouTube just took us down again.
Please
Sorry,
don't
YouTube.
do that.
Did you chew yourself and say the word cock?
No, don't.
Listen, so your Peacock subscription will cover the WWE Network. So basically, you're paying the same money to get the WWE Network and all of Peacock now, or you can pay less money and get it with commercials, which WWE Network ironically has now anyway. So it really is a win-win.
Yeah.
The only downside I can see is now Peacock can control what's on there. So if they decide, hey, you want to watch SummerSlams, now you got to pay for these, they can do that because they're controlling the network now.
You know, you guys brought up the fact that this.
Finally.
Hold on one second, Jesse.
I just host the show.
Go ahead.
All I do is co-host the show. I don't even know why I try talking, honestly. I know. It's Derek. What did I say during Malcolm's dissertation? I don't know why. I don't even know why you, Stro, and I are here. But you guys mentioned that Bad Bunny is apparently in the top 4 in merchandise for WWE, and here that really irks me because Derek, for years, what have we asked? We have said, please give us the Primetime Players shirt with the old like the old VHS font with the diamond on the side. You remember the shirt? You remember it?
Yeah.
Yes. We've been saying for years, please give us that shirt. We still can't get it.
That shirt is bar worthy. Yeah. But we can get a Bad Bunny shirt. That just irks me. It irks me that we can't do that. It makes me mad that I can't get that. It makes me mad that I do not have. The world cries out for a definitive DVD collection on both Bob Backlund and the Iron Sheik.
Yep.
And I get nothing. But I can purchase a Bad Bunny shirt. I'm just it's so dumb. Everything's dumb.
Doesn't it sound, Jesse, doesn't it sound like remotely like sexual? Like Bad Bunny, like, ooh, you've been a bad bunny. Like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Oh my God.
Don't you
Don't
feed into that.
Ooh, Bad Bunny.
Jesse, don't do it.
Hiding your eggs all over.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Go ahead, Jesse. I'm done.
Oh, did you see? I shouldn't.
You missed us,
Jesse.
Jesse.
Joke up, but did you see when Charlie Caruso was doing the Raw talk, right? And
yes.
Had Damian Priest on there. And
yes. I made a reference to it earlier.
Yeah.
Is it bad that when I saw that, I'm like, Brady's going to bring that up on the show. This is right up his alley.
The first thing I did was go to Urban Dictionary, and the second thing I did was bring it up on the show. Makes me wonder what a DDP would be.
Oh my God. Well, I guess
I love DDP, by the way. That was really.
Guy.
What's that?
So Kane thinks Damian Priest is next big star in the WWE.
He should be.
Yeah.
I mean,
I hope
he's
so.
everything. He's everything they want. They wanted Baron Corbin to be, except he can actually wrestle. And so.
He's got a personality too, which I love. I think it's amazing.
Oh yeah.
I never realized, because like when I used to do the independents with him, he was more of like the quiet, brooding monster type that you were afraid of, like even in the locker room, you know? Unless you were like very close to him, you only got so close. And like I was lucky enough to get to talk to him and stuff, but he was just always like such a strong and silent type. It wasn't until he got on NXT that I really started to see some of that personality. So
yeah, he looks like that guy from Manili Vanilli.
A little bit.
Could you say that one more time? Could you say that one more again?
Millie Vanilli.
He looks like that guy. He looks like one of the singers of Vanilli.
Get it out. Okay, thank you.
You can catch him on the Peacock.
Just wanted to make sure I heard you, right?
Oh, God. That sounds like a stupid name for a television company. Peacock.
What, Peacock?
It's like it's NBC's mascot or something.
God. Saying it sounds so bad.
You know what's funny,
90
Jesse?
seconds.
It's funny. When I was a kid, my parents took me to the zoo, the Philadelphia Zoo, and so they had like peacocks kind of running around the whole zoo, you know, like just kind of like loose, like not in pens, you know. So like, I'm walking by this little kid. He couldn't have been more than about 2 or 3, and he points at the peacock. The peahen. He points at the peahen, and he says, "Look, Mom, a peacock."
60 seconds.
And I'm not kidding, Jesse. This kid is like 2 or 3 years old, and the mom says, "No, son, that's a peahen, not a peacock." The kid is 2 years old.
That's gracious.
Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
No, it's important.
If the kid wants to say peacock, who cares what he calls it?
No, it's important for kids to learn. I'm sorry that you want everyone to grow up in ignorance, Brady, but some of us would like people to know the difference between men and women. And peacocks and peahens.
Well, listen, like, I grew up in a house where my mom made up words for things. And sometimes I got very old before I learned what the right words were. Like the, you know, like this little, like, you know, like you lift a rock up and like in the soil there's all these like little kind of wormy things. They're like centipedes almost, you know, but they have like the hard shell like a beetle. You know, they were nub grubs growing up. They were called nub grubs. I thought until I was 30 years old that a nub grub was a real animal.
God damn it, Brady.
No idea.
I don't believe that story.
It's true. It's true. When Kelly calls in next week, maybe we'll get her to verify it.
I might not be able to call in next week, but next week on Wednesday is my birthday.
Oh,
happy birthday, brother. How old are you going to be?
I'm going to be 36 years old.
Ah, brother. After 35 is when it all goes downhill, you know.
So can you get the corona over the microphone?
I haven't been sexy since I was 35. Sorry, Ray. Go ahead.
I hope not, because we all have it.
Randy, don't take this the wrong way, but you never stop being that. Never.
Thank you, brother. I won't take that the wrong way.
All right.
All right.
I mean, I don't think
you just gave me the warm feels.
Call tonight, guys.
I love you, brother.
You guys have a great night now.
You
all
too.
Right.
Love you guys.
Take care, Jeff.
Bye.
Talk to you soon, I hope.
Oh, yeah.
We missed you.
I hope so.
All right. Bye, brother. Be safe.
Right.
You know,
Bye.
Brady, in addition to
how refreshing is that?
I don't know.
How refreshing is that the caller wants to go?
But speaking of refreshing.
Before I hang up on him.
Speaking of refreshing. Speaking of refreshing, Derek, I can think of a couple things that would be refreshing. Number one, how about a Big E Langston title push?
Who's Big E Langston?
Big E.
Shut up, Brady. You know who he is.
That to me, that would be refreshing.
By the way, I do apologize for the DDP comment. That was ill-timed.
No, you don't.
I do.
Late. It's too late now.
I apologize.
But
go ahead. Big E would be great.
It's refreshing. And it's different. And I remember people would always say he needs to turn heel on New Day and be a monster heel. And it's like, no, just let him be himself, and he'll be okay. And he's one of those things on SmackDown that he's entertaining to watch, no matter what they give him.
Are his promos written to sound like Martin Luther King? Like, is that how he decided to
I hope so.
Has he been doing that forever?
Yeah,
I just kind of noticed it.
Pastors.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said his dad was a preacher, so I think he kind of does it as an homage to his dad.
Okay.
But, He's funny. When he was sitting there with, like, he had the Ghostbuster Christmas sweater on, sitting there on his couch watching Sammy. And him and Sami Zayn are, like, perfect together.
Yeah.
That's a match made in heaven, him and Sami Zayn.
Yeah, that's a really good, especially because they seem to be transitioning Sami Zayn into almost more of a managerial role. And, like, that really is. That is, like, a perfect big guy, little guy combination. But Derek, I can think of something else that would be refreshing. In addition, obviously a Big E title push would be refreshing. But you know what else would be refreshing? A cold glass of free milk from 7-Eleven.
Ratboy, what's going on, brother?
All right, before I get into anything, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to say.
He's got 3 words before you start speaking. Sorry.
I'm going to say happy birthday to you because it is on Sunday.
Yes, it is.
And plus,
I'm double
next
lucky.
Week, right here. Next week, right here on the VOC Nation in the room, we'll be celebrating the Mardi Gras birthday party with Brady Hicks.
Oh, look at that! You're throwing your party, Brady. Look at that.
Wait, what are we doing?
Is this an official
Why are we
event?
doing Mardi Gras in February?
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras is in February. I was
party.
thinking of Cinco. Sorry.
I was about to say it.
No.
Fat Tuesday.
It's going to be Fat Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's going
It was
to be
named
Fat
after
Tuesday,
me.
and all the fat people are going to be calling in to wish you a happy birthday.
Right. Wrestling fans, I got you.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, we got to celebrate your birthday, you know. Good way to do it.
Okay.
Get your bottles out. Get your streamers out. It's Mardi Gras birthday party coming to you on the VOC Nation.
So now that you did that before you started, what do you got?
I got me a big bottle of blackberry brandy.
Okay.
Somebody in my house cooking. Who's cooking bacon at 11 o'clock?
The devil drink. That's the devil drink.
You smelling bacon?
What?
I could do bacon.
Somebody was making bacon in my house.
Bacon's good.
The other thing is,
I want some bacon.
Yeah, bacon, man.
plus,
I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat it. What are you
next
making?
Tuesday,
I could go for a turkey club.
I'll be celebrating for the rest of my life my new teeth.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll be getting them this Friday.
Yeah.
Now, are these dentures or are these implants?
Do you think you can get free bacon at 7-Eleven?
Dentures.
Okay.
Right now, the 7-Eleven just closed. The answer race question from last week.
I wouldn't either.
You got to put dentures in milk every night to clean them, don't you?
Yes.
Builds up calcium.
I went the actual race
probably don't do
last
that.
week about the 7-Eleven closes at 11.
I don't know.
Yeah. It opens at 7 and closes at 11.
Ah.
No, they close at 11. They close at 11 because
it's a bad area.
Makes sense.
They close at 11 because when they stay open later, they lose a lot of milk.
And money.
Oh, man.
My 7-Eleven's open 24 hours.
Mine
What the hell? 7-Eleven isn't open 24 hours.
And sometimes their pizza and hot dogs are in there for longer than 24 hours.
Oh, can you imagine?
My wife eats their pizza, and I want to leave her for dinner.
No, they give them away for free.
The milk.
Well, the last couple customers got walk in there and get it for free.
Now, do you wait until it's free and then go in?
Sometimes.
All right, so hang on. Go ahead, Derek. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I was about to say, young Derek would do something like that. Like, let's not go eat it till 10 o'clock. That's when they give it out for free. All right, everybody.
I got to tell you, old Derek might do that. You know, just Because old Derek's looking at his bank account. Old Derek's saying, "Listen, I don't have money for 7-Eleven hot dogs. You want to eat that? You got to get it for free."
Yeah. Right?
That would be a.
I'm so bad.
Good.
I'm so bad. We have like an ice cream truck called like Mr. Softy, who's like the name brand truck. I've been eating.
Oh, we have him too. Yeah.
There's a knockoff.
Mm-hmm.
There's a knockoff of Mr. Softy where somebody brought the Mr. Softy truck, and instead of blue and white, they painted it pink and white. So like my son and his friends or my niece over here, and they're like, "Mr. Softy, Dad, give us some money." I'll ignore them. But when the pink and white truck comes around and has a dollar cone, I'll hear that one, and I'll give them each $1 to get the cheap ice cream. So I'm very aware of watching my pockets because I'm getting very stingy with my money as I get older.
Oh, for sure. It hits you.
Mm-hmm. I went to college in a bad neighborhood, so when the ice cream truck came around at 2:00 in the morning, we knew not to go buy ice cream from them. So I'm just kind of conditioned at this point that I don't buy my ice cream from a truck. Pretty much for that reason.
Hang on, what the hell ice cream truck comes around at 2 a.m?
The kind that don't sell ice cream.
That could be hindering your ice cream experience. Derek, I got another question though, because here's something about Ratboy's calls bothering me. So he gets from the 7-Eleven that apparently is not open 24 hours. He gets free milk, free hot dogs, free pizza. How does this place make money?
I was about to say, what are they like? Is the Slurpee deals like out of this world? What are they?
Wait, Ratboy, when you say like they give it away at the end of the night, do they put it in the dumpster and then you get it from there and that's where it's free?
No. I got a friend that works there, and he likes me. I got some hot dogs over here. You want them?
That's nice.
Give them
because he's going to throw them out either way.
Yeah.
Do they give them to homeless people too?
What's the difference?
Huh?
Ratboy lives under a roof.
Yeah, right. What's food in it?
They just pass it out, because the sandwiches that they get inside there, somebody makes them and the expired dates on them.
Yeah.
And it's due,
so it's expired.
And the date is wrong on it. Expired date, right?
Yeah.
Well, they say you want this, take it. Because
so like,
it's already expired.
Do they have to know you, or do you just go in? Like, could I go in there at 10 of 11 and get free food?
You can do that. They just give it to anybody.
I smell a video short.
I think we get Ratboy like a GoPro on his head, and we send him in to do this.
It's a helmet camera. Instead of the Blair Witch Project, it'll be the Free Milk Project.
Hey guys, what's up? They got free milk around.
It's just me wearing my everyday helmet.
I'm here for the hot dogs.
Sometimes there's a guy that stands there half in the night opening up the door for all the customers.
And even though they close at 11. That sounds like the worst job ever.
Wait a minute, Ratboy. I think, hold on, because there's somebody similar like this at a 7-Eleven not too far from my house. Is it like a homeless guy, and when he sees you walking, and he opens the door and goes, "Hey, how you doing?" And then when you walk out, he opens the door and asks you for a quarter.
I hate that.
Yep.
That's worse than the Santa ringing the bell at Christmas. They just look at you, and then it's like you feel bad. And you just feel bad.
Little story.
Okay, Brady, did you just compare the Salvation Army bell ringer to a homeless person?
Well, they're both holding the door and giving me guilty looks because I'm not giving them stuff, and then I feel bad.
And they're like,
not bad enough to do anything, but I feel bad.
And then they say Merry Christmas, and it makes you feel all bad.
I had
inside,
Jesus, just
I had
give
an
the dollar to
experience.
Salvation Army.
I had an experience with a homeless guy. I went into 7-Eleven or Wawa, which is like 7-Eleven around here, and people would kill me for saying that because Wawa is supposed to be so much better, but to me they're basically the same. So
that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So like, so there's an old guy, homeless guy, sitting outside of Wawa, and I he says, hook me up. I say, all right, let me see what I can do. I go in and I buy him, Derek. I buy him 2 packs of pretzels. So I got him like 4 soft pretzels. I thought very filling, very nice gesture, and I bring them out.
That's not bad.
Jesus Christ, a hoagie would have been better, don't you think?
Oh no.
No,
So, like, all that
I
is,
like pretzels, and I'm going to walk off eating all 4 of them.
I'm going to sit down next to you and eat them now. No, I was like... I was just like... So now I'm like gun shy. I don't want to give people stuff because they complain when I do.
Right.
I know it's just one person, but I was like, that stinks.
One of the things I like to do...
can I tell you a little story?
Hold on, Ray's talking. After Ray.
So
you're number 2 on the deli line.
I like when I get asked. Now I am a sucker for people with like kids or animals. Those I actually will help.
Oh, me too.
But like if it's just some dude out there by himself and it's spare $1, I like to say yeah I can and then keep walking.
Yeah.
Yes, I am capable of doing that. Have a good day.
It's so weird. There's a guy outside at 7-Eleven, and he's always bothering me for $1. And sometimes I don't have any cash on me, so I use my card. So one time, me and my wife walk in, and I had money in my pocket, but I didn't feel like giving it to this guy because he was bugging me. So we walk out, and he goes, "Excuse me, sir, you happen to have $1?" So I look at her and I go, "Nah, man, I use my card. I'm sorry." And I'm getting ready to walk away. My wife goes, "Derek, give the man $1." And I'm like, "Woman, are you?" God damn it! I had to use my wallet. Give this man $1. What's wrong with me?
That stinks. What were you saying, Ratboy?
Okay, what happened was I think about 10 years ago. I think how it started. 10 years ago, there was an old man that used to collect $1 in a can, in coffee cans.
And his name was Ratboy.
One day, and what happened was one day he passed away.
Okay.
Wait, did he get a second can and then they started calling him 2 Can Sam?
Oh my.
No, his wife.
Oh my.
His wife. And we didn't know that he was married.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
We didn't know that he was married. Okay, his wife.
And he drove a sports car.
When they found his body,
and his wife.
Oh no. He had over 100 cans filled with $1 bills.
Really?
So he had mental illness.
Wow.
Yeah, all no, but $1 bills and his 100 cans that he had, coffee cans, Maxwell House cans.
Maxwell House.
All right. That guy was rich. And that guy didn't know he was rich.
No, I don't
his
think
wife
he knew his name.
That's a story.
His name was.
I don't know what happened to his wife, but
what else you got,
another thing that when you mentioned about the dogs, my mom.
Don't say your mom was a dog. That's not.
My mom always gives you $1.
I love your mom.
People that don't have one leg, and they're limping around, or maybe because my mom could see it, with the steel leg, my mom gives them $1.
Lieutenant Dan.
One day, gives us a guy.
Lieutenant Dan, no legs.
Like a railroad track.
You got legs. I'm sorry.
This guy, okay? this old man, my mom liked him so much. So my mom gives him $1, right?
She gave him a new leg.
He kisses the car and said, "God bless you. God bless you." He would kiss your car. Say, "God bless you." And my mom will give him $1. Couple of weeks ago, okay, I found out where he was because we haven't seen him. What happened was that my buddy that lives down the street from me, all right, Tato, he just got writing a book about dirty money duffel bag. He just wrote a book. and it's published now.
You said
About this guy.
That's a story.
What's his name
And this
again?
guy, what happened was that Peito helped him to find his family.
That's an awesome name.
Peito?
Helped him find his family.
Wow.
Peito.
Not Pedro.
He helped
Peito.
him. He helped him to find his family.
Oh.
Plus, this guy's living real good down in Florida now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Nice story.
Nice.
That's good.
No.
That's good.
But he's got,
Is his name Dustin?
I tell you
almost
what,
had
this
my
guy,
opening.
Peito, is a real good guy. You know, he
Peito,
helps
okay.
anybody out, even the homeless.
Unrelated. You know, Ratboy's talking about amputees and stuff, Derek. Jason Pierre-Paul, when did he stop using like a giant like bowling ball on his hand? Like he used to have that big ball thing over his hand, and
Yeah,
I haven't seen him in a while.
I guess. Me either. I guess he got comfortable playing without it, which is like it's. I don't want to say it's a modern miracle, but it's crazy that he can play with only. What does he have? 6 fingers and combined or something?
Is that really what it is? I thought he was wearing normal gloves. I assume that like he had them stuffed. I assume he's not allowed to use like prosthetic hands or anything. Prosthetic fingers.
But he used to have like you said, he used to have like the big ball thing on it.
Yeah, I know. Because when he signed with the Buccaneers, I said he should get a hook.
Oh, jeez.
But he didn't.
Yar.
But he used to have like it looked like a giant like bowling ball on his hand. Like it looked like if it were a cartoon, he would use that to like club people over the head and then take the ball.
Yeah, it was a weapon. I remember thinking, how did they allow him to play with that?
Yeah.
It was a weapon.
I guess it was just like bandaged in such a way, but he couldn't grip anything, you know? I guess he got used to it though. Like you said, I just thought that was weird because I haven't seen him in a long time.
Wow. I'll tell you what was weird. Being a multi-million-dollar absolute top of the game, probably shoe-in for the Hall of Fame defensive lineman in the National Football League, and deciding that you needed to play with fireworks yourself.
I know. Yeah. That was, and not having, and for being such a great athlete, not having a sense of mind to, like throw it. Get rid of it.
I'm gonna hold
they
on to it, Mom.
They set fireworks off in this neighborhood like all the time. And I've really been tempted at times to tell them I hope they end up like Jason Pierre-Paul. It really took a lot not to. Like on Facebook, I mean, never to their face. I would never say it to their face, obviously. But like, keyboard warrior, I would do that.
Brady, why don't you get some Roman candles and just return the fire?
There you go. There you go, Brady. I'll never forget when he blew his fingers off. My grandfather was like drunk. We were like hanging out one Saturday night. He was drunk, and he went on like this New York Giants rant. And I remember he was like, "My goddamn edge rusher blows his goddamn hands off. Put in the fireworks like he's Joe Dirt." And I'm like,
oh man.
Oh man. I don't know.
All right, Ratboy. Take care, brother.
I got two more things I got to say.
All right. One.
Okay. The first thing.
One.
Do you guys like the flag football on Sunday?
It was cool. That Doug Flutie's up to no good though. I'll tell you that damn much.
I tell you what, there was too many
I didn't watch it.
flown in that game.
Doug Flutie.
There's too many flags flown in that game.
What, in the Super Bowl? I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the actual flag football game.
No.
With the celebrities.
The Super Bowl flag game.
Wow.
It was a lot. Well, I never complain about refs, but it was a lot. But Tom Brady was playing. What do you expect?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't. I feel like there was one. I feel like there was one referee.
I don't know what's worse, that or the weekend singing.
I don't know. I feel like there was.
They were nothing compared to Shakira and J-Lo, but they were good.
That was a solid. I like that one.
Yeah.
To me, Prince had the all-time best.
Yeah, that was a good one. Oh. That was good.
when he started singing Purple Rain and it started raining in the stadium.
That was cool.
Amazing.
That was very cool. Ratboy, what was your second thing?
My second thing is that, write this down, I'm going to predict a match for WrestleMania. It's going to be Bad Bunny versus The Miz.
I could see
actually,
that.
it's going to be Bad Bunny and Priest versus The Miz and Morrison.
Yeah, that's probably what it'll be.
Yeah.
And maybe Snooki.
That could be it, too, because, hey, I like the guy, man. I like Judas Priest, man. He's cool as hell, man. I love the guy.
Judas Priest.
Wait a minute. What did you just call him?
Judas Priest.
You called him Judas Priest?
Baby, I'm your Judas, and I'm your
Wow.
priest. All right, brother. I love you, man. Take care. Go get your free pizza.
And stay safe and happy birthday on Sunday. And we gotta get something going here between me and Nether, you know.
All right, brother. We'll set that up. You go enjoy your teeth, and don't play with fireworks.
Plus, I got a free room. At the Resorts International.
I'll tell her. All right, brother.
Yeah, that, and that'll win the heart of any woman.
I'll be like, he has a free room, Resorts International, and he has teeth now.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know how that helps you.
Yep.
Tremendous. Tremendous.
You know, the Jason Pierre-Paul injury is the second best fireworks injury of all time.
Okay.
You guys know the best one, right?
Which one's that?
I have no idea.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull this up so that I can.
Oh.
So that I can do it. The best fireworks injury. It resulted in a one small death. Just a small death.
In my experience, there's never a small death, unless it's like a baby. No, that's a big death. I'm sorry.
What is wrong with you? That's gracious.
They're all bad deaths. I just meant because it's like physically small.
You're just. I can't believe that Stro and Derek and I allow you to continue to do this.
I thought Stro was going to wring my neck after the DDP joke. I really did.
So,
I feel bad about that.
So
I
here
feel
you
bad
go.
about that. I apologize right away about that one.
I had to find it because I had to go back to 2015.
I am sorry.
But this was the greatest injury ever. Main man dies after launching in fireworks from his head. A 22-year-old man celebrating the 4th of July was killed instantly over the weekend when authorities said he tried to launch fireworks from atop his head.
Wow.
Evan Staples had been drinking, hadn't we all, with family and friends Saturday night in Calais, Maine, a small town near the Canadian border, when he put a reloadable fireworks mortar tube on his head and threatened to light it.
Wow.
Quote, his friends thought they dissuaded him from doing it, and the next thing they knew, he ignited the fireworks and he was killed instantly.
Wow. That's scary.
Yeah.
People are so stupid.
Right?
Yeah.
So here's the kicker.
Okay. Oh, good. There's
Here's
a
the
kicker.
kicker at the end. This is
but wait, there's more.
This is a quote from Devin's brother.
Okay.
Quote, it was a freak accident. Devin was not the kind of person who would do something stupid. See, here's the thing. Is that I'm pretty sure that he was, because he launched a firework off his head.
I thought he was going to say he took too long to launch it after he said it. Now, does it say anything? Does this guy have like a candle holder in his head, like from like the character from like American Horror Story Freak Show? Because if he actually has like the little like bowl on his head, that's capable of holding it, I would assume that it would have worked out a little better.
Right now, Stro's busy figuring out what else he can do on a Tuesday night so that he doesn't have to be associated with us.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
I'm a respected grappler. Here I am listening to this garbage.
Respected grappler. I give you respect. Oh, no, she left. Oh, I was saving to her and she left.
Oh, man.
That was my transition. Respected grappler.
I've often thought of Tora as a respected grappler.
She's off. Sorry, I missed you, honey, doll, babe. All right. All right. Well, that was good, though. Yeah. So, I'm not sure how you rebound from that. I feel like.
Well, you just find a spark.
I feel like I'm good. I'm good.
I guess we could put a bow on it. Yes, we want to go
Ray,
around.
Did you have anything? Yeah, Ray. Did you have anything you wanted to plug this week?
You know, I had a thing that I was confused about, and now I don't remember what it was. So I guess.
Okay.
So I guess no.
Okay. Well, if you think about it.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Derek, do you have anything? You have anything to plug?
Yeah, Derek, what do you got?
No, real quick. We're talking about peacocks. So me and my wife were on vacation, and we're walking around the resort to go get dinner, and she has on like this secret dress, and they have peacocks walking around the resort. This peacock sees my wife in her sequin dress, and he assumes that she's another peacock who's coming after him.
Peahen.
He proceeds to show his feathers and chase my wife, and to this day she's afraid of peacocks. So I thought about that. You guys were talking about peacocks.
Yes. I would imagine I would have made a great peacock.
Yeah.
With my colorful plumage.
You do. Brady, you have the best plumage. Nobody has better plumage than you.
Well, I don't know about that. Thank you. Stro, what do you got going on, man?
Thursday night, WCW Retro, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking wrestlers who should have been world champion.
Yes.
And it's Friday night, midnight Eastern Standard Time, the Stro Zone. On my Facebook page, facebook.com/Stro the Maestro. Friday night's feature will be The Thing from Another World from the 50s. So please do that.
Very cool. Thank you, everybody, for checking out In the Room tonight. Be sure to check out all the other great shows on VOCNation.com, including tomorrow's edition of Shelly Live. Shelly Martinez returning to the airwaves, and that's at 6 Eastern. Full schedule available on VOCNation.com. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to the best cast and crew I could ever ask for, including Kathy, Stro, Derek, Ray, Matt, everybody. Just been great. Excuse me, all the callers. It's been real. Thank you guys so much. I'll be back ECWA in April. Check out ECWAWrestling.com for tickets and information for Night of Unusual Matches. I don't have the date in front of me. But everybody, take care. Be good to each other. Love you all very much. Have a great week. We'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.